our middle school spring concert and art show this evening. We have some wonderful music you'll be hearing, and then some of you are looking at all this artwork before the show. Be sure, if you haven't looked at it, after the music, stick around for this art. All of this art was created by Monticello students and is for sale, or community members. So, any questions while you're looking? Mr. LaMonaco is over here. He'll talk more about this later in our program. First, we wanted to do some thank yous this evening. So we want to give a thank you and a shout out to our new principal, Mr. Pickett, for being here tonight to support our students. We want to give a shout out.
We would also like to thank Ms. Burton and Ms. York for giving up their classroom space for the entire day.
And custodian Anita for always helping with setting up and tearing down our concerts.
Kate Sandlin, Ella Wilson, Julia Cash, and Mercedes Keller for helping set up this morning.
Caitlin Constantini and Ella Wilson for running the spotlights.
Mercedes Keller for helping Mr. BABCOCK with the sound system.
Shout out to Julia Cash for filling in wherever she's been needed to help make this concert a success. She really does it all for us.
Billie, Aulik, Avery Smith, and Kylie Marty for choreographing 2 of the songs in the musical.
Mrs. Jania Allard for always volunteering to help in our classrooms, whether it's accompanying for students and helping them with solo and ensemble, or giving them any helpful tips as performers.
We want to thank all of our parents for encouraging your child to participate in the arts.
We want to give a shout out to all of our Monticello students for giving band and choir a chance.
And finally, we want to thank our Monticello Music Parents Organization for supporting the band and choir financially. Here to tell you a little bit more about the group is Laura Eiler.
Good evening. So as a Monticello music parent, we support K through 12 music in our school. So everybody from all the elementary kids and all the concerts that you see through high school seniors that are graduating and getting scholarships. Each year we host a cabaret dinner in the spring, so many of you have maybe been to that. That's our main fundraiser each year, and it raises all the money that we're able to give throughout the year. So thank you for your support. With that, the money raised this year was helped to purchase the following items: 10 keyboards, 5 saxophones, 1 flute, all the hats for the elementary student concert, meals for the middle school conference band and meals for the 8th grade conference band, snacks for the marching band for all the parades that they're in, homecoming, cheese days, and it goes to scholarships. So this year I think we're giving almost $2,000 in scholarships to graduating seniors, and several $1,000s has been spent throughout this year, which is just amazing. So please consider joining the music parents. As a music parent, we plan the cabaret fundraiser each year, along with helping our band, choir, and elementary students have the equipment needed to learn about music and instruments. We give 2 to 3 scholarships every year to graduating seniors. And if you're interested in joining, it's pretty easy. We just meet on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, only during the school year, not in the summer. And we would love for you to share your input. Thank you so much.
All right, at this time, we'll welcome the 6th grade band to the floor. We have a case of the missing drumsticks. So, they'll be back. So just give us a moment here. So our first selection with the 6th grade band tonight is a combination of 2 Mexican folk songs. Amigos is the name of the first tune, and then the second tune is the Mexican hat dance. So my creative side of being a teacher has come up with the title of Amigos. Let's hat dance. So our final tune with the 6th grade band is actually a really fun moment. I have one of my high school students who has been really considering music and music education as a future career path. And she has been my teaching assistant throughout this semester and has been helping the students learn this next tune. And she's going to lead it. So I'd like to welcome Julia Cash to the podium. She's going to be conducting the Mexican Mountain Song. And I will be playing the French horn. All right, we're going to be switching over to choir and their production of the Cuckoo.
and gray, but they were not always that way. In ancient times, they were a colorful array, until one fateful, frightening day.
Mexico was a land of birds, bold and bright, great and small, but as our story goes, the cuckoo was most beautiful of all.
Her feathers were of many colors, some so like rainbow's hues. She simply liked to fly and sing, pretty and posted, with nothing to lose.
Many gods ruled over the land. They always had the upper hand. For each year as the crops turned brown, the gods would arrange to burn them down.
It was their way to clear the fields, so the land would create larger yields. They counted on the birds, you see, to first gather the seeds. This was the key.
They call me Chalk, the god of rain. I am also in charge of the harvest in the grain. First thing tomorrow as morning appears, the seed must be collected for the coming weeks.
Oh, Dios de Fuego, the god of fire. I'll light the flames tomorrow when I desire. The time of spring planting is almost here. The grounds must be ready, the fields must be clear.
You know we'll need quite a few. Calling birds, one and all, young and old, great and small, who will gather the seeds before the flames. Now please respond while I check off your names. Thank you all for coming through. Now go rest well, lie down, sleep tight. I'll wake you up in the morning's light. An hour before dawn, the cuckoo awoke. She felt such heat and saw such smoke. For Fuego was running with a torch in his hand, making his way across the land. I must be quick. I must be brave. I must collect the seeds and save. Those who love me, those who care, my friends, the moles, the owls, the hares.
The cuckoo dipped and swirled and dove into the fields that out the grove, where Conejo, the rabbit, and Toco, the mole, said,
Drop your seeds here into one of our holes.
we'll keep them safe and away from the fire. So the cuckoo dropped down, then flew away again, higher.
But each time she dove further into the flame, she lost more colored feathers from her slender frame. By this time, the other birds were awake and saw a brave bird. How much more could she take? Who is that bird with feathers of gray? Who is that bird saving the day?
No surpresa. No surpresa.
The fire was burning. The air was so hot. The other birds wanted to help but could not. The mysterious bird, now the color of gray, finally flew, quite exhausted, into the jungle bay.
She cooled off her feathers and tried hard to sing, but her throat was so parched, only she notes ran.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo. What bird is that? A robin? A thrush? A swallow? Parrot? Bird from the brush?
Alas, it's the cuckoo of those days from down. Though filled with fear, she flew all about, losing her feathers, but saving our seed.
How could we thank her for such a brave deed? So that is why, to this very day, cuckoos wear only feathers of gray. They lay their eggs in nests of others, where their young are raised like sisters and brothers.
And the simple song coming out of their throats is limited to just 2 notes. And that's the ending of our touching story, a cuckoo's tale of flame and glory.
And the final moral, we suppose,
Is not to judge others by their feathers or clothes.
we're gonna give them a little time to kind of get deeper. And so right now we're going to kind of do our awards part of tonight. We're gonna start, oh, I want Miss Allard to come up here. So, Miss Allard, when we do our theater awards, we always ask for her opinion. She is now our music theater director. She directed Annie with Judah this year, and I'm so happy that she's taken over that and has done an amazing job. And before we do the awards, I'm gonna give her a little chance to talk about next year's musical.
Thank you. So next year's musical is going to be Beetlejuice Jr. And a couple of weeks ago, the office sent out an email to all middle school and high school parents because all middle school and high school students are eligible to audition. If you didn't receive that letter, don't worry. I have lots and lots of extras. Please see me. A lot of your students have signed up to audition. I hope this isn't a surprise. It was last year when I had a couple parents come up to me and say, my kid auditioned, what's going on? So we are trying to avoid that this year. We're auditioning in the spring instead of the fall so that we have a better chance of preparing for the very busy schedule of rehearsals that will begin in the fall. The preliminary letter explains all of that, explains a few first questions, and hopefully many more of your questions will be answered. My contact information is also on the letter, and you can reach out anytime.
I will start. I'm going to do the theater awards first. For 6th grade, we have chosen Amy Parton. For 7th grade, Billie Aulik. And we are bringing back our Rising Star Award. In the past, we hadn't done it for a couple of years now, but this year's winner is Morgan Marty.
All right, now we're going to transition to the band awards. Likewise, we have an award for all of our grade levels as well. For our outstanding 6th grade band award, Harper Packham. For 7th grade band award, Billie Aulik. Wait, Billie, actually stay here. So we have a fun tradition that we started since I've been at Monticello. Every March, the United States Marine Band creates their own version of a March Madness bracket. They call it the John Philip Sousa March Mania. John Philip Sousa, he was really big in the creation of military bands and was in the Marines. So the Marines have some bias. They kind of create this for their own. They have a lot of Marine marches in it. And students compete every year to see who can get the most correct matchups, even though they haven't really heard any of these pieces before. This year, Billie beat me by 1. So Billie is also our 2025 March royalty. And then now talking about our 8th graders, for band and choir, we have special directors awards that will be accompanied, in addition to the certificate, have their own plaque as well. For our 2 8th grade recipients, I don't have many 8th graders in band, but of my 8th graders, I have had 2 of them who have been with me all 3 years from 6th grade. So our 8th grade directors award winners for band are Bo Hosley and Annie Olson.
now for choir. My 6th grade outstanding choir member is Amy Hartman. My 7th grade outstanding choir member is Izabel Attewell. I as well have 8th grade director's awards, and this, I'm going to say this and then they're going to know who it is. I had 2 students, we only had 2 students in the middle school participate in the solo ensemble this year. They were both 8th grade choir members, and they chose to challenge themselves with Class 8, which is collegiate level music, which is, as an 8th grader, that is quite a big deal. And so this year's award winners for my director's award are Aubrie, Blum, and Hunter Schwartzwell.
All right, let's get one more round of applause for our award winners. This time, I'll pass the mic off to Mr. Lamonco.
Hello everyone, let's thank all of our award recipients one more time. So, hello, I am Greg Monaco. I'm the new art instructor here. In the coming years, it's my initiative to reinvigorate the art program. And starting with piggybacking off of our lovely music program, we're going to start running this art program every year. So, check it out in the future. All pieces are for sale. This is all student work. Proceeds, half of the proceeds go back to each student artist. The other half goes back into the art program to fund some future projects. We have one more show running next Wednesday, and we'll be there Saturday 17th at the car show to further show off our art to the greater community. And along with that, we have some kindly donated furniture pieces that we're wrapping off. So each ticket's $1, 10 for 10. Come buy some raffle tickets. You have a pretty good chance of taking home any of these. There's not a ton of you out there. But yeah, so we'll run that raffle shortly after the show, around 8, maybe a few minutes after 8. We'll give you some time, grab some tickets, take a look at the artwork. Again, free to browse, all of it's for sale, anything you want. So, enjoy the rest of your show. I believe we have one more piece coming up. And looking forward to seeing you all browsing our artwork. Thank you.
All right, and yes, to close our concert, we'll welcome the 7th and 8th grade band. our first program note.
Pajaritos, meaning little birds' experience, is a bright and fun piece that captures the playful energy and quick motions of birds' play. With its lively tempo and cheerful melodies, the piece paints a musical picture of fluttering wings, cheerful calls, and joyful motion. Pajaritos brings a touch of nature, dance, and cultural color to our program.
Yeah, boy!
España Cañí, often translated as Spanish gypsy dance, is one of the most iconic paso doble pieces ever written. Originally composed in 1923, it gained fame for its fiery rhythms and strong connection to the spirit of Spanish bullfighting. España Cañí is instantly recognizable for its melodic lines and high energy.
Paso Flamenco is inspired by the passionate traditions of Spanish flamenco music, drawing from the characteristic elements of the Paso Doble and flamenco styles. The piece features driving rhythm and dramatic melodies that capture the spirit of Spanish dance and celebration.
And this is our last piece of the evening, so feel free to stick around again, check out the art, check out the furniture that's up for auction, and when you leave school tonight, we hope that you guys will sing. Thanks for coming out.